is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Fitzy Whipper, Kate Ritchie for your podcast, guys. A really big episode coming up. In fact, I would like to touch on the topic of diet dumping. It's not when you dump your own diet.
I was going to say, do you break up with your diet?
No.
What's your list at the moment, Whip?
What do you mean?
What are we talking, 14, 15?
I'm not on diets, mate. Diet means on and off. You understand that in Latin, so I'm not interested in that whatsoever. Sorry, mate?
I thought
That
you meant
was-
how many dumps has he done today?
Oh,
As in cubicle 3? Tom,
well, that's
I
a good
wouldn't-
way to lose weight, Tom, for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the side effect of the Ozempic, isn't it? No. You empty your bowels
I didn't
quite
think
often.
you meant that kind of dumping. I just
No.
thought you meant the dumping of your issues in
No.
the office.
No.
What's wrong with whipping?
Didn't you
you're
do a
doing the voice
campaign? You did a campaign for a diet, didn't you?
That's not a diet, mate. It's
It
healthy.
is.
No, that was an ad I did with Lynn McGranger for HelloFresh.
Is she leaving home and away?
I don't know. You would know, mate. That's your community.
No, I wouldn't know. I just saw a headline in a magazine, and I thought, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and think that that's not true.
Yeah, well done. Hey, especially when you were pregnant with Dr. Chris Brown.
Diet dumping, it seems, coming up on the pod.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, what about this one quick community service announcement for all those that are knuckle deep in their nose at the moment? Chronic nose picking has been linked to Alzheimer's. So the study goes that when you pick your nose, you actually can push toxic snot back in towards your brain. And time again, over many, many years, you can have some neuroinflammation, which basically means a small swelling in part of your brain that can lead to Alzheimer's because you've pushed too much snot around.
What? So I think there are other things, don't you think, that would cause Alzheimer's?
No, this is the number one cause of
don't you
Alzheimer's.
Picking?
Don't you pick your nose? Sorry, just had a sip of coffee. Don't you pick your nose to actually remove it?
I don't
You're
know.
not pushing it back up.
Yeah, but not if... I mean, I don't know. I've never done it. But I would imagine if you try and get in there and it's a tricky little bugger, you
Yeah,
can't
I
always
know.
get it
It's
first to go.
weird
And
that
then before you know it, it's in your throat.
It's interesting that you've never done it, yet you still understand the battle of a tricky little bugger.
Well, it's because it's like parenting. I'm no longer I'm not a 9-year-old in 2024, but it is in my best interest and my daughters to be up to date with these things. A bit
Yeah.
like nose picking.
What is the best line to say to someone when you catch them picking their nose? Is it pick a winner? Like, that's
I
a
say-
great one from your granddad.
What do you say?
I say, did you get it?
Yeah.
I love it
The
when
old
you
bat
pull
in the
up
cave.
when you pull up beside someone in the car and they are ferociously
Yeah, knuckle deep.
attacking, poking their face. I will edge up and just stare at them and hope like hell that they make eye contact with me and
And they're
just
looking at me going,
smile.
Sally from Home and Away just caught me picking my
No,
nose.
Kate. Oh, look at that lady. They don't even know my name. They just know
You know
I'm
what?
a
Quite often-
25-year-old lady in the traffic.
Quite often, you and I leave work together.
No, we don't.
No, in a separate car, right? We walk out of the building at the same time. And 3 days ago, was
here
that
we go.
Monday, just outside the fish markets, I reckon you were into about your elbow.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I don't want my wife to call here but would break up with somebody because of their diet. A man has gone online and said he's going to break up with his girlfriend. Long-term girlfriend too. What do you call long-term? Over a couple of years?
Yeah.
I'd say at least a couple.
Yeah, more than a
Because
year.
of her unhealthy lifestyle. She refuses to eat vegetables, and he has fallen out of love with her because of her habits. So she won't eat vegetables whatsoever. She's 20.
Shallow.
She's 23. She only ever eats fast food and ready-made meals and mac and cheese. Says she doesn't like the texture of fresh produce. Hang on a minute. Update, Kate. 5 years together. I'm just reading this as we go.
Oh, good, because that was the part of the story I was really
Five.
into.
Yeah, 5. She said every time he makes a meal with veggies, and he even tries to disguise the vegetables so she eats them like she's a child, and she still won't. Then had a health crash, went to the doctor. The doctor said, your body's not functioning because it's a lack of vitamins and lack of exercise.
Well,
he
don't you get scurvy? Don't you get
Well, that's a
scurvy
lack
if you
of
don't eat vegetables?
That's vitamin C. sea scurvy.
Do people still get scurvy?
Yeah, if you live working on the
Yeah,
ships.
I've got a couple of mates who are pirates, Kate, and they had it
Really?
a few weeks ago. Yeah.
That guy with the
What kind of pirate?
parrot on his
Oh,
shoulder.
they just cruise the waters. They'll
Yeah.
just pull up next to someone, rob them.
They're very
But-
selfish, aren't they?
You're not talking about
pirates?
people that work on the island, are you, mate?
Well,
The boat that floats around out here in
No,
the
the
harbour.
thing
The
is,
nightclub.
they'll rob people for their vegetables. They're on the sea the whole time. They don't get. They can't. It's not like they've got a vegetable garden on the boat or anything.
No. Look, I agree with this guy. I don't think he's shallow at all. I do think that what's most important in a relationship is to have similar values. And if you're with someone who your values don't align, like you get to the weekend and you might want to go to the farmer's market on a Saturday
Sure.
morning and cook up a lovely minestrone in the afternoon.
divine.
Kate, yes, please.
Yes, go for
Can I
a
have some-
walk.
Minestrone
Can
me.
Can I have some fresh sourdough with that, please,
Oh,
guys?
Sourdough.
Eat it wherever you want, mate. Have it in the bath if you want. I'm not fussed.
Sourdough. Everything does go a bit doughy when you put it under water.
Do you know my big battle, right, in life?
Yeah.
And there's a few things I could go through, but I'll cut to the topic.
Oh, my gosh. Talking about diet dumping, go for it, big fella. It's all yours.
Do you
Take
know,
the mic.
my big issue is, and this is where she's gone wrong, this girl in the relationship, because she hasn't made an effort. Now, when we go away on holidays, Lisa will say to me, don't eat that, don't drink that, don't eat that, don't drink that. You've been doing that all lunch. Wait for dinner. Hey, and when I sit down for dinner and I'll rip into my meal that I'm so excited about, it'll be, no one's going to steal it from you.
Yeah, that's
I've
true.
said-
Always
yeah, I've
says
said-
that.
I've said
and
that.
then she says, right, well, I want to go for a walk at 6 a.m. in the morning. So I'll be thinking, that is the last thing that I want to do when I've had a couple of skewies, I've had a few off the wood, and I've moved on to some reds.
Yeah.
And maybe a whiskey by the end of the night.
Imagine
So-
going away with Whipper and then he's come home after probably ordering 3 seafood linguinis. Then he's sleeping in till 10. You've gone for a walk.
Breathe,
You're ready to hit
breathing
the road.
garlic
That-
all over you.
That's the thing. I make sure that... I make sure that I'm up at 6 o'clock every morning to join her for that walk.
so you are such a good guy.
No, that's not what
great
it's
husband,
about.
great father.
It's about the effort, Kate Ritchie.
Well,
I'm married.
I thought you meant.
Sorry, I thought you were.
No, not at all. Oh, God, just don't ever assume that. I think that I think yes, there's a level of
Gotta
effort
make the
required,
efforts.
and but there is give and take. For you, for example, you do breakfast radio.
Yeah.
You relish in a sleep in. So
no,
sometimes
relish.
when you're on holidays, you deserve to have a few sleep ins as well.
Best thing you've said all day.
I think what Lisa might be thinking is
How good's relish?
it is good. I make a really good
Of course
one.
you do, mate.
I do.
It's about you again,
It's
is
a
it?
great. Mate, you just had a whole conversation about what a great husband you are.
Well, talking about relationships.
Okay,
can we go-
so you
can I-
you do need to step up, and Lisa is only concerned for your health because she knows that if you throw caution to the wind during the holidays and drink and eat yourself into a coma every day, she's going to be the one that has to put up with you moaning and faffing about when you go back to work. Saying,
Faffing, he's good at
"Ooh."
faffing. Hey, can we go to Ashley in the Ponds? She's given us a call. You've had to change your diet for your husband. What's going on, Ash?
Hi guys, I have changed our lifestyle over the years and years to accommodate my husband's
Right.
fad. We have done paleo, we have done ketogenic, we have done carnivore, which was horrifying. We went around Sydney shopping for suet. I was cooking suet. I was
What's that?
with the liver. It's the fat off meat. So the carnivore fat pie. It was disgusting. I was cooking it. It was spitting all over the kitchen. Everything in my house was greasy. Now we're doing MyFitnessPal, and the only reason why I've continued to support it for the last 15 years is because he is looking so good.
Oh, there
He's
you go.
amazing.
There's the
Okay.
reward.
Is the
Exactly.
car-
And who's the real winner, Ashley? Eh?
No, he looks hot as. But
Yes.
at the same time, it's been so incredibly tedious keeping up with all these changes, accommodating this for the kids as well.
Yeah.
Look, it is a lifestyle change, but it's really tedious at the
Thank
same
you,
time.
Ash. Do you know what?
The carnivore diet is that's the all meat,
Just
isn't
meat,
it?
yeah.
That's the
Yeah. Live
what's
like-
his name? The wallaby, Cooper. He was
Ashley
that's
Matt Cooper.
Ashley Cooper.
Sonny Bill Williams is best, mate. They have a T-bone steak for breakfast, Kate. For breakfast.
Yeah.
And it's like a kilogram of meat a day, but you do have to be working out. It just strips the fat.
If we're talking about someone that's changed their diet for their partner, my God, Tommy Ivy, how much did you weigh?
Leave me out of it, guys.
I won't. I mean, I know you want to hurry up the show, but you were Australia's biggest slob.
That's awesome.
And you lost over 30 kilos, became preppy, and you won the woman of your dreams.
Oh, win the woman.
Mate, Tom, do you want to sit down and maybe have a chat to Whip to see how we can do it?
All right, keep it going, coming, guys. If you...
Keep it going or coming? What do you
I
want?
don't know, mate. I don't know where I
Coming
am.
or going.
I'm just sort of stationary at the moment.
Keep your calls going, guys.
Kelly and Emu Plains, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, if you don't like the person the way they are, you love the person for who they are, not for what they look like. And if they don't like it, they can shove a cheeseburger in the mouth and just deal with it.
Oh,
Yes,
I love this
agree.
attitude.
Kelly, I agree. And the story that you had, Whip, you said that this woman had never eaten vegetables before. So he fell in love with her while she was... I mean, she hasn't changed her diet at all, and now he doesn't like it.
Exactly.
Kelly, is it fair to say that most women in the back of their mind when they marry a man think those things that we don't exactly like about them that might not be 100% right, it's okay, I'll change him. That's what they try to do.
No. I've been married to my husband for 20-something years now, and so my size has gone from like an 18 all the way up to back down into the middle at the moment, and he still thinks I'm a size 16. So he loves me for me, not for what I look like.
That's
Look,
beautiful,
and
Kelly.
I think that's fair enough. I don't think you should be with someone for what they look like, but I do think that
That's shallow.
in some, absolutely, absolutely it is, and people are going to change throughout their life. But I do think, like, even the other way around, there might be someone who loves to eat takeaway 5 days a week, and they're going to break up with someone because they just can't stop.
Yeah, but
I can't stand them banging on about going to the gym and being preoccupied with yoga and buying a bike and cycling 90 Ks on the weekend.
If I went out with someone that joined one of those running clubs, you say, you couldn't do it. I mean, some of those people that you just see them cutting laps around Centennial Park, and I look at them and think, single, 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 single.
Well, I don't
I'd rather do a lap through drive-through.
What are you talking
You've turned to fitness because you don't have anything else.
Oh, whoa. That is
give
just
me a
well,
break.
maybe
This
they
is-
want
this is a bloke who's never done fitness.
Single.
They can be very social, those groups.
Yeah, they can, but
and
there's
and
a
it
level
can
of
be good for... There is a level of intensity and
Intensity.
selfishness, yes.
Yeah.
But there are worse habits to have. Would you rather someone...
Agree.
I reckon
You know?
I'd prefer to date a good
Be on
eater.
the fentanyl.
I prefer to date a good eater than a fitness freak. People that are too fit are weird.
Oh,
They
my
are,
gosh.
because they're
I
sort of,
do
you've
love
got to
this.
become self-obsessed.
Well,
You
no,
do.
Become super
your
fit.
wife is more fitness than she is eating, without a doubt.
Yeah, but
Way
no,
more.
She
she's
enjoys
not-
food, though,
No, yeah,
doesn't
she
she?
loves
Or a
food.
nice meal.
Absolutely. But she's not part of a running club. And
She
then,
doesn't
"Oh,
have time. She has 4 children
I better
at
go
home.
and get these new lycras because they're breathable pants, and I can get round the track a little bit quicker.
Could we, Tommy? Could we play "Shallow" by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper?
What a great
Doesn't
song.
work for me.
But didn't you hosted a running club for like
Yeah, that's
3
right.
years?
I'm happy to be the inspiration for people.
But you would run every Wednesday.
Until the tragedy struck and I had a small hip operation.
Well, then you
I
rose.
ended up on a
You
bike.
started a
running club.
Where was that? Here at Nova?
Yeah.
Hyde Park.
Yeah,
And
Hyde
then
Park.
Katie, he ended up the last few weeks before it wound up. He was on a bike,
That's embarrassing.
riding next to everybody
With a
through the
whistle?
city.
Yeah, but it became a ride club. Ride. Whatever you want.
Red Run,
Kate,
Red
you know what
Run.
happened? There was a young fella who had a car accident out the front of the fish markets. Right, he was okay. He was in his car, but we were on the scene. We were the first people there, and the kid was in a bit of shock. We said, "Don't move, mate, just in case you've hurt yourself." He was okay.
He was shaking, wasn't he?
And we said, look, there's an ambulance on the way. People will come and suss it out. And he was like white as a ghost and whipper through his window past the kid a Gladiator Running Club T-shirt and said, here you go, mate. This is for you. As he's just had an accident and he's in shock. And this poor kid, he went into cardiac arrest. We had to survive. We had to revive him. It was like...
He didn't make it to running club, but at least he knew in that moment someone cared. Those T-shirts were hard to get. They had numbers on and everything.
Self-promotion. That's like you trying to flog that book of yours.
What are you talking about? Well, with Valentine's Day coming up, the fartoopersonaltrainer.com.
Oh, you still got a few left.
A
have you?
couple. Just a couple, mate.
5,261
What are you
to
talking
move.
about, Kate Ritchie? But Valentine's Day's not far away, and if you're looking for an exciting erotic novel based here in Sydney, written by yours truly, the fartoopersonaltrainer.com.
God, has it been tough to offload those 40
What are you
books?
talking about, mate?
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I've got a... that's interesting for you.
That's interesting.
Comsec guy Tom Petrovsky.
Yeah.
He's fallen off a roof.
Oh, no.
So, well, I didn't see him fall off the roof. I suppose I've got to see him fall off the roof, don't I? Because you've got to see the celebrity.
Well, you do. I mean, Tom Petrovsky, we've watched on the Comsec report for many, many years, and we've watched as his hair's got longer and his beard's got thicker. And we've been very proud of Tom.
Was Tom Petrovsky on... Well, someone says that he was on Rove Live back in the day. He hasn't been around that long, Tommy, he has?
Yeah, he was a regular on Rove because I think Rove sort of fell in love with him as well. There's a mutual admiration there.
Do you know what? Can I tell you a quick one, Fitz? Not to hijack. There used to be a skate shop in Wallara and you'd hire rollerblades.
Yeah.
Do you know who worked there? Hamish Blake, Tom Petrovsky, and Mike Cannon-Brooks from Atlassian. The three of them all worked there back in the 90s.
In a rollerblade
in
place?
a rollerblade hire store.
That cannot be true.
Have a look at them now. Well done, guys.
One of the richest men in Australia, one of the most popular men in Australia,
and a guy that fell off the roof.
and Tom Petrovsky.
Yeah. What's he doing on the... Hasn't done a Molly Meldrum, has he?
Well, so he went on with Pete Stefanovic yesterday, Sky News, and he's in a wrist brace.
Oh, Jesus.
And Pete's gone, "What have you had a motorbike accident?" He said, "No, I fell off of the roof."
Oh, no.
He was cleaning the leaves off for the bush, getting bushfire ready.
Yeah.
And he's fallen off the roof, poor Tom. Do you know, it says here in the article in the Maily Dale as well, it says that Tom Petrovsky has an Appreciation Society group on Facebook. Tommy, can you please look this up? Tom Petrovsky Appreciation Society.
Okay, yes.
On Facebook.
There's something
here,
very-
I'm on it now.
There's something very calming about Tom Petrovsky. I really like the sound of his voice.
Yeah, they. Oh, here we go. It's good to see the silver fox back on our screens. Here it says, we got a mention on the Maily Dale. It says his fan base has ballooned over the last decade. Long live Commonwealth Bank.
Can I just suggest to the Facebook group and also Tom, if you are doing some fire preparation, I reckon I'd cut the beard off before I was hanging out on the roof trying to get rid of those leaves. I mean, they'd need to go through his face on Clean Up Australia Day.
Here's one. Susan Kuba said on the Tom Petrovsky Appreciation Society, convulsive laughter from me this morning, reminiscent of the dude from The Big Lebowski.
Oh.
Laconic in delivery. Tom the Magnificent made an appearance. Skiing and surfing discussed. Tom correctly pronounced the word hyperbole and discussed the carapace of your head in relation to Trevor. Wow. Too many brilliant linguistic utterances from the financial wordsmith, Mr. P, to mention. Oh, happy day. He's got a huge following, Tom Petrovsky.
I mean, if anybody knows Tom or Tom, there's on the off chance that you're not on the roof right now and listening, 13 24 10. I don't think we've had Tom on the show.
I don't think we have.
It feels like a crime.
But so many comments. People have asked him to do sort of shout-outs for their 40th birthday, like sort of Cameo style.
Is he on Cameo?
I think he might be on Cameo. And someone says, Desiree says, if Poland had royalty, Tom would be the king.
Petrovsky.
Oh, this is awesome. Here's another one.
Mm-hmm.
There's all the Taylor Swift theories that we're going to go through later on in the show as well.
Yeah.
There's Tom Petrovsky theories. So this lady's written, do you know the real reason why Tom grew the beard? It was because he was in love with Sandra Sully and she rejected him. Feeling that sort of rejection changed his life forever.
Oh, God. Em, can I ask, if you don't mind, from a female's point of view, is Tom Petrovsky quite a strapping young chap?
Strapping is the word that I would use, yes.
I wonder if he's single. I mean, would he do traffic dating? I mean, if he hasn't been considered to be on The Bachelor before.
He's a dad, mate.
Is he under lock and key, is he?
This is... we'll get better, Tom. Stop falling off roofs, mate, and keep giving us finance updates.
You know, Tom Ivey, if you're any good at your job, this time tomorrow.
Oh, well, wouldn't that be a wonderful surprise that I'd organise for you guys?
Go on. Out of the studio. Off-ski, Petrovsky, you go.
See you later.
Go and get him.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We're on.
Yeah! All right. It's time for
60-second starts.
Kate Ritchie's Time Still Standing.
Now. Meg in Caringbah. Now, you're up against Kate this morning, Meg. You're off to Pink this Friday. You'd love some cash on the side, Meg, before you go to Pink.
I would. It would make the night even better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, $300 could be yours if you happen to win.
Okay,
but I've got
Meg.
a bad feeling, Meg.
Oh, she's been on fire, Meg. 60 seconds worth of questions. If you get one wrong or take too long, you lose control. Person with control at the end of that 60 seconds wins.
Okay, Meg, you are up. $300. You'll get a pink hoodie with that. Here we go. Your 60 seconds starts now. In which country would you find cloud break, Meg?
Hawaii.
No, it's Fiji. Over to Kate. Kate, Justin Timberlake was part of which boy band?
NSYNC.
Yeah, that is correct. Who is opening for Pink on her Aussie tour, Kate? Who's her support?
Tones and I.
Yes. What prime number comes after 5?
7. Stop.
Yes. Which new movie in cinemas shares its name with a Sydney nightclub?
I don't
Too
know.
long.
I don't go
Too
out
long.
anymore.
Argyle. Meg, over to you. Meg, hash browns are made up of what vegetable?
Potato.
Yes. Who is the creator of Family Guy and Ted?
Pass.
Seth MacFarlane. Kate, what fast food restaurant is now selling pineapple fritters?
KFC.
No, McDonald's. Meg, what NFL team does Travis Kelce play for, Meg?
He plays for the...
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You got it, Meg. 300.
Oh,
She
Meg.
got it.
That's trash.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It was my trash talking that threw me off course.
The Meg.
Meg, you've got $300.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Kate.
Enjoy the concert on Friday night.
will. Thank you. Let me see you there.
Love you, Meg.
Good
Well
on you,
done.
Meg.
That's it. We'll play again tomorrow. It's back to 100. Kate stuffed it.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Guess what, guys? It's time for a new game.
Kate Ritchie's
Theme Queen.
Okay.
How does this work? What do you got?
Okay. Well, now the pressure is on me because you are the king of games.
Correct.
You deliver them so well.
Thank
you. Even the most boring games, you can
Well, they're not
really
boring.
they scrub up all right, don't they, Fitz? Okay,
right, what do you
here we
got?
go. It's Theme Queens. I'm reading straight from the sheet here. I apologise. Jess wrote this. This is where I say, I'm your host, Gold Logie winning actress and radio personality, Kate Ritchie. You left off the children's author and
You wrote it yourself.
stuff like that, tap dancer. Anyway, the game is very simple. It's just great for who's playing. Simple game, 3 rounds, and in each round there are 3 songs. Now, each of those 3 songs are connected by a theme.
Right.
It's going to be easy.
Very easy.
All you have to do is work out kind of what connects
the
them,
theme
what
is.
the common theme is, and then you take out that round.
Okay.
Best of 3, basically.
What links the songs together?
There you go. Are you
Okay,
ready?
I'm ready. I like this type of game.
Good.
I'm ready.
Round number 1. Let's have a listen.
Okay.
Okay, do we know the song?
Yeah.
Katy Perry.
Yep. Into song number 2.
Days of the week.
Why did you have to jump in so early? I know it's the first round, but yes, it is. It's songs about And can we just have a listen to Craig David? That was going to be my 3rd song, just because it's great. Okay. What is...
This is too easy.
It's
this
not.
is too easy.
It's round number 1 of game
Okay,
number 1.
right.
That was
Yeah, it gets tougher.
You're warming up. Are you
like
ready
it.
for round number 2?
winning,
Mr. This Is So Easy. Take it away. Okay, we all know that.
Yep.
Very famous song.
Demolition Materials.
No, stick with me here. Song number 2.
I can be
Enrique.
Yeah. Interesting. How could these two songs be linked? Are you ready for the third song?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have famous fathers.
Oh, yes!
Is that right?
It's a killer theme that seems to be still quite easy.
I didn't know.
Maybe I'm warming up as well. Round number 3.
That was really good.
Well,
Fitz.
you had Billy Ray. Enrique's got Julio Iglesias, and Willow's got Will.
And Willow was unfortunately born into the Smith family.
Yes.
So are we 1 point apiece?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Okay, 1 point to Whipper, 1 point to Fitzy. I mean, this could be a tiebreaker, guys.
Okay, here we go.
In the world of games, round number 3, song number 1. Oh, you think you know it?
States.
Oh, my.
No, smarty pants. Just sit back and listen, for goodness sake. Californication, Red Hot Chili Peppers, followed by...
Groups.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
yes. But that is not it. Californication, Survivor by Destiny's Child.
Yes.
This is a tricky one, Fitz. Song number
Good.
3. What song is this?
Haim. Is this Haim?
Yeah, but what's the name of the song? You'd know. You should know this, Fitzy. Do I need to give you a clue?
You got the great band.
Yeah.
Chili Peppers.
Survivor.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. There's siblings within the group.
No. Red Hot Chili Peppers
Yeah.
doesn't have siblings,
Yeah, they
does
do.
it?
Yep.
Do they?
Yep.
Who?
I don't think
I don't
so.
want to go into it now, but
Oh, yeah.
they're like brothers.
Yeah, because you're our rock
Is there-
music guy.
All right, guys. I've got the band.
Do you,
Mr. Music.
you really need to get the name of the third song to be able to answer and to take out the games
It's
this
The Wire,
morning?
isn't it?
Well,
Is
you're
it
the
Wire?
host.
The Wire.
I think Emma in the news booth seems to be mouthing it.
Is it down
Go
to
Em.
Is it down to the wire?
It's called The Wire.
Oh, The Wire.
Okay, so
The Wire.
I mean, give me the theme, guys.
The Wire, Survivor, and Red Hot
Come on.
Californication.
The game's on the line here.
I'm
The
a
two of you are fighting it out.
They all survived bushfires.
Read the 3 names of the song.
Californication.
Yep.
I'm
Survivor.
a survivor.
Yep.
And The Wire.
They've all
Oh,
played.
can I say?
Well,
there,
absolutely,
go.
because they're not going to get it because it's so
Go,
easy.
Tommy.
They're all TV shows?
Yes!
I'll give you that. Well done.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Great, it'll be back.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Jake's given us a call from Penrith. What's the weather like out there at the moment, Jakey? Not too bad?
Mate, it's actually quite sunny out here. You know, it's a bit dark, but it's sunny.
It's a bit dark but sunny. Slight contradiction, but I like it. I like where you're going with this, Jake. We'll take
Just
anything on
waiting
this
for the
show.
sun to pop up.
Yeah.
Jake, we're talking about love, Valentine's Day around the corner. Have you got anyone in mind?
Oh, mate, I do actually. We've actually got I'm in a bit of like some hot water right now.
Yeah.
So next week I've got a dinner booked for me and the girlfriend. She's recently just become a vegan. But where we booked is actually a steakhouse.
Oh no!
Awesome.
Oh no!
So
Could-
how-
can I mean, if you are a strong vegan, do you have the willpower to go to a steakhouse and order veggies and sit there? Are you allowed to watch everyone around you eat meat, or
Yeah,
does
of
that
course
make
you
you
can.
angry?
No,
Yeah.
you're allowed to do that. Jake, do you think you're going to need to change restaurants? I mean, how recent did she become vegan? Like yesterday, or?
Nah, about 2 weeks ago, but we've had this dinner booked for about a good month now, so it's like, what do I do? Just tell her to eat the salads.
Well, you could.
It's a tough
I mean,
one.
is there another place you'd like to go, Jake, that serves a good tomahawk for you at the same time?
Well, I mean, McDonald's does a decent sort of fish.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
that's-
bad.
they're
It's
not too bad.
crazy, Jake. I mean,
Jake,
what sort of steak do you like, Jake?
Oh, mate, I love a good tomahawk.
Yeah, big thumper. You like a big thumper.
How good a steakhouse is, honestly?
I know,
Like
we go-
just a house,
what's a-
house full of steak. How good would that be? A house
of steak.
made out of steak. Made out of steak, and you just wake up in the morning and you just go into the bathroom and eat the taps.
Hey, good luck.
That'd be-
What are you talking about? He has lost the plot. Jake, good luck with that one, mate. Might have to shift restaurants. Kelly's in Mount Ann, and Kelly, please tell me you're not calling about a house of steak. What did you want to chat about?
Steak, so that's no issue for me.
You like the tomahawk, or what sort of? Do you have a topping on it, Kel? Or
What cut do you like, Kel?
your sirloin
I
girl?
like New York.
Oh, you like a New York?
well
Yeah,
said.
nice thickness on the New York. Well said, Kel.
Is New York similar to a porterhouse or a sirloin? Is it?
It's sort of a thicker
It's
sirloin,
the
isn't it?
same cut as a porterhouse.
Yeah, the porterhouse.
So porterhouse and New York are the same.
I've been doing a
Imagine
ribeye
having
lately.
imagine having a porterhouse.
Okay.
That'd be amazing.
Oh, he's back.
house.
He's good. Porterhouse, House of Porter. Kelly, outside of that, what did you want to talk about?
The price of drink bottles these days. How did we get so expensive? Back to school. It's Frank Green. It's Stanley.
Green. Frank,
I
who
went
is
in-
Frank Green?
I went into Anaconda yesterday.
Did you?
And they had a whole row dedicated to water bottles.
Oh, my
a
God.
whole aisle, and I was like, man, come on, they're all the same. They are all the same. Why has Yeti become so big as well, Kelly? Everyone seems to want a Yeti.
I have no idea. And people are buying them. They're paying this much.
Yeti, I think, is an American brand. Or was it started here? And they were on
I
Shark
think it's
Tank.
Australian. I think it's Australian because Mick Fanning's involved somehow.
Yeah, they were on Shark Tank and they started doing little eskies, but they made better eskies, really practical eskies, better than anybody else. But they were cheapish travel eskies, like take it fishing type esky.
Yeah.
And now they've moved into water bottles. But if you go to Anaconda, you've got your Anaconda do water bottles, fishing rods, and great news, they have a wall of Crocs. Every colour. You want to get your Crocs, yeah. You saw my new army green ones from yesterday.
Horrible.
Anaconda. They look amazing.
Horrific.
Tommy, what do you got on Yetis?
Yeti, that's from Texas, guys.
Yeah, it is, is it?
Yeah,
man.
and the reason why those water bottles are called Frank Green is because they are sustainable. So that's why they're frankly we're green.
Oh, Frankie.
It's a good idea. Let's go to Jason in Padstow. What do you want to talk about, Jace?
Hey guys, good morning.
What's going on, Jace?
Yeah, not much. Win Wednesday, win the week.
Bang, you're winning
Awesome,
already.
mate.
You've called the show, Jace.
Got a couple of things to talk about, so I'm not sure if you guys remember, I got engaged in September.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so we've been looking around for venues and having a hard time trying to sort of find something. So just wondering if we could do it in the studio and you two can be the flower girls.
You know,
It's not bad.
I do like the idea. It's going to be tricky. Remember we had another Jason, I think we used to talk. No, Anthony Fitz.
Busy fingers.
No, not Jason Busy-Fingers.
No,
He's round at Fitzy's at the moment while Fitzy's in the studio. He's flat knacker. But no, we had a guy, Anthony, who he got married, Jace, at Hooters. Now, he needed a couple of bridesmaids, and the girls that were working there just sort of put down the plates and picked up a hot dog, and they were the bridesmaids.
Nice.
Anthony that's no joke, everybody. Anthony did actually get, and the reason why, because I think he wanted his anniversary so he could go back there every year. The thing is, though, I think his wife left him after 6 months, but he still went back every anniversary just to remember his marriage.
Amazing commitment. Hey, Jace,
As you do.
how much does someone spend on a wedding these days? Like,
Oh, I don't know. It depends on how big you want to go.
Jace,
But, what's your budget?
Look, probably hit around the 30.
Jeez, $30,000.
Yeah.
She must love you, Jace, which is exciting. Tommy, can you organise a wedding here for Jace? We could do it in the boardroom even.
Yeah, what would Kate do at the wedding, do you think,
Kate would
guys?
sing.
Okay,
You need
It would
perfect.
be the celebrant.
Celebrant
okay.
and singer.
That's not bad.
Temperatures rising and
Okay, all right. Well, Jace, we've given you a Raging Waters pass before, so I can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
Get married. We could get married at Raging Waters.
We're going to give it to Jake. He was talking Valentine's Day. He's in a bit of a dilemma. You're going to Raging Waters, Sydney, Jake. It's all yours.
Oh, beautiful. Thanks, guys.
Good on
Well
you, buddy.
done, mate. Well done. And I'll just get that for you. Raging Waters, Sydney. It's the ultimate destination for your summer fun. Shop for tickets and season passes at ragingwatersydney.com.au.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Weird collections.
Oh, are you a collector?
Oh, I do collect a few things.
There's a difference between collecting and hoarding. You're aware of that, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, well, no, not really.
Yeah, there
He
is.
usually collects.
No,
I mean,
no.
a hoarder collects everything.
Yeah.
No, but a
there-
hoarder
you're-
is a hoarder.
An
Is
uncontrollable desire.
There is a level of mental illness involved in hoarding.
You're a bit of a hoarder.
But see, if there's a certain area, I collect band T-shirts.
Different.
So that's a weird collection, you would say.
I don't think that's
No,
weird.
not at
I think
all.
that's hanging on to your youth.
Yep. Remembering
trying to-
gigs, remembering nights out.
Yeah, the good times. I mean, I collect tea towels. I don't collect them. I just keep I have a collection of
Have you
my
got
teeth.
any of your ex's teeth? They would have got into a few knuckles over the years and lost a few teeth, Kate.
No.
Did you keep any teeth
No.
from Chris
Please say
Walker
no.
or anyone like that?
Oh,
Mate.
I don't know. Who
Hey, this
are
is-
you even talking about?
This is Kate Ritchie. This is Kate Ritchie in the office, right? Before our holidays. Hey guys, just quickly, tell me where you're going. Tell me where you're going to be. Okay, could you bring me back a tea towel? Could you get me a tea towel from there? I don't have a tea towel from there. Oh, that'd be good in the collection. How many tea towels have you got?
Are you mocking me?
She talks like
No,
that.
I don't talk like that, Fitzy.
Oh,
And
I'd
do you
love
know
another
what the
tea
other
towel.
thing is? I've
Yes.
I have something to say about the tea towels. Like Whipper does with most of everybody else's interests, he tries to jump on the coattails of anybody's fun and get himself involved to somewhat ruin it. The thing with tea towels is I've collected tea towels for a very long time. I have tea towels from all over the country and the world, in fact. Are you yawning, Fitzy?
No, I'm not.
You did.
I'm not.
You were yawning. You were yawning.
Actually-
You were yawning. And I could see it. And you know what? It was a really sneaky one out the side of the mouth.
Oh, read the play, mate.
Can we please put that video on our Instagram?
Yes, we'll put that up now.
Just to be transparent, that is the first time I've yawned during tea towel chat.
But won't be the last.
I have tea towels, and do you know what Whipper has done? He's saying that I beg for tea towels. I prefer a tea towel that I've travelled to the place where I've purchased it. That's the whole point of the tea towel, right?
towel, tea towels.
Just be quiet for a second. When you were going to France or on your big like ooh la la holiday last year, you said, "I'll bring you some tea towels." And it's just easier.
Yeah.
It's just easier for me to say, "Oh, that would be really nice if you." And then when you come back, we have to do like the ceremony of the handing over of the tea towels. I don't care about the tea towels you bought me. They are in the collection, but they're certainly not my favourite.
What did I say again?
Oh, I'll bring you back some tea towels.
Oh, it's the blackboard from Mr.
Oh,
Squiggle.
we're out of here. I didn't even. It is. No, that one's.
Hurry up.
I've got a great story about a guy who collects toenails, and we can do it at this time tomorrow if you'd like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have time. Full show tomorrow.
You need to go and have a kip, Fitzy, it seems.
Hey, is anyone
Yes.
ever...
Sleep?
I
Was it
tell
just the
you,
tea towel chat
tea
or
towel-
a general
tea towel
feeling
chat
of tiredness?
is great for power naps.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.